Hi guys, so what I want to do now is just talk about hand pressures. So every time you use your hand, there needs to be a co-contraction between the elbow, the shoulder and the wrist. So you've got your wrist flexors, you've got your elbow flexors, your biceps, your elbow extenders, your triceps and also your chest. So you've got your pec, the deltoids in the shoulder, the rotator cuff, up into the traps. They all need to work well together to transfer force. So whenever you're doing anything, even from lifting the kettle, the force has to be transferred from your fingers all the way up to the shoulder to do the work, okay? If anything's not working properly, then other things compensate. So, for example, if your wrist isn't working 100%, then your biceps, triceps might take a little bit more work to compensate for that, okay? A lot of the time, shoulders will take more of the work from the biceps, triceps, wrist, and that's why a lot of the time we'll get shoulder pain. It'll be because of the co-contraction, okay? So when you're doing any of the exercises where your hand is in contact with the floor or with the weight, all the intent needs to go through the fingers, okay? So start with the fingers and it'll work all the way up, okay? So what we're gonna start with today is a press up. So nice and simple. Obviously chest press, bench press, everything like that as well is pretty much exactly the same technique. You're just obviously pushing away rather than just pushing the floor, okay? So we'll start with the press up position. So if you come down. So what we want to do when we're on the way down, so every time your elbow bends, I want the intent through the little fingers. So the little finger and the ring finger, okay? So it's exactly the same as the foot where you're going through the midfoot. The pressure's going to go through the little finger and the ring finger, okay? As you push up, so as you push away, roll the weight into your middle and your ring finger, index finger, and thumb, okay? So as you go down through the little and then push away, okay? It'll feel like your shoulder blades are moving like this, okay? That's the idea. But it means that everything's gonna be working nicely, so your supinators, your pronators, as well as biceps, triceps into the shoulder, okay? So if you just drop down. So as Rosie goes down, the weight is going to be mainly through the little finger and the ring finger. So if you just drop down and then you push up through that index finger, middle finger, thumb. Okay, and again. Good, nice and slow. Good, just bring your weight forward a touch. There you go. And again, just do the same. That's better. So as we're coming up, we're actually going to activate the upper fibers of the pec a lot more because we're rotating. Okay, so as you push up through that little finger, through the index finger, you're actually going to rotate inwards. So you're in that position. Okay, so you're going to squeeze that top of the pec a lot nicer. Yeah, just do a couple more for me. Good. So the key is off the heel of the hand, okay? A lot of people will do the weights through the heel of the hand, they'll push everything through there and you don't get the good activation. We want everything to be activating through the fingers, okay? So exactly the same if you were doing chest press, you'd be in that position and as you're pushing away, you push away through the index finger, middle finger, and then as you come down, you're bringing it through that little finger, push away, bring down, push away. So you're rotating as you go, okay? Still using your diaphragm, still using your breathing, so making sure, blow the weight away, that's generally what I kind of use. So if you're doing the work, push the weight away, okay? Next we're gonna look at a dumbbell row, okay? Again, elbow's gonna be bending on the way up, so the weight's gonna be mainly, intent-wise, through little finger and ring finger. So as you come up there, all the weight's through those little two, and then as you come back down, the weight's going to go through index and middle. So you're here, and then you're almost rocking, okay, with the weight, okay? Grab whichever one you want. So just one hand on the chair. Okay. So as you bend, most of the intent wants to go through here. Okay. Good. And then slowly down through the index finger. Good. Okay, I'm relaxed. So as you can see, like I said, as you come up, elbows bending, so we're coming up, breathe out, and we're going to just use those little fingers, okay? Shoulder press. So I'll just use this, I'm just going to kneel down and do it.
Away from the light.
So as you, again, extending the arm, so the weight's going to go through index finger and middle finger, you're going to extend, and then as you come down, you're going to go through that little finger, okay? So it's push up, and then down. And again, I can feel that I'm actually rotating through the shoulder, so I'm getting nice contraction all the way up from the wrist, through the biceps, triceps, into the deltoid. Getting a little bit of pec as well. But because if I was just doing a normal shoulder press, straight away I can feel that in my shoulder, okay? So rotate up and down.